Welcome to High Body. High Body aims to introduce the fundamental anatomy structures and biological functions of the interconnected organ and tissue systems of the human body. In this episode, let's start our journey of discovering the mysteries of epithelial tissues, also known as epithelium, with High Body. Human tissues with specific functions are grouped into four basic types: epithelial, connective, muscle, and nervous. Epithelial tissues are thin, continuous, and protective layers of closely packed cells with minimal extracellular matrix. Epithelial tissues line the external surfaces of the body, such as the skin, and cover the internal surfaces of organs, such as the stomach, intestines, and kidneys. Additionally, epithelial tissues line body cavities such as the thoracic and abdominal cavities, as well as the interior surfaces of blood vessels, glands, ducts, and the respiratory and urinary tracts. Epithelial tissues are primarily composed of three basic cell types based on their shape: squamous, columnar, and cuboidal. Squamous cells are flat and thin, and are typically found in areas involving diffusion or filtration, such as the air sacs of the lungs and the lining of blood vessels. Cuboidal cells are cube-shaped, and are typically found in glands and ducts such as sweat glands and salivary glands. Columnar cells are taller than they are wide, and are typically found in areas involving absorption and secretion, such as the lining of the stomach and intestines. In general, epithelial tissues are categorized based on the number of cell layers and the cell shape. By the number of cell layers, epithelial tissues are categorized into simple epithelium that consists of a single layer of cells, and stratified epithelium that consists of two or more layers of cells. By both the number of cell layers and the cell shape, epithelial tissues are further categorized into the following types: simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium, simple columnar epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium, stratified cuboidal epithelium, and stratified columnar epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium is composed of a single layer of squamous cells. It is located in the air sacs of lungs, the lining of heart, blood vessels, and lymphatic vessels to facilitate the functions of diffusion and filtration. Simple cuboidal epithelium is composed of a single layer of cuboidal cells. It is located in the ducts of small glands and the kidney tubules to facilitate the functions of secretion and absorption. Simple columnar epithelium is composed of a single layer of columnar cells. It is located in the bronchi, digestive tract, and uterine tubes to facilitate the functions of secretion and absorption. Pseudostratified columnar epithelium is composed of one layer of columnar cells but appears multiple layers due to the varying positions of the nuclei. It is located in the trachea and upper respiratory tract to facilitate the function of mucus secretion. Stratified squamous epithelium is composed of multiple layers of squamous cells. It is located in the skin, mouth, esophagus, and vagina to facilitate the function of protection against abrasion. Stratified cuboidal epithelium is composed of multiple layers of cuboidal cells. It is located in the ducts of sweat glands, salivary glands, and mammary glands to facilitate the function of tissue protection. Stratified columnar epithelium is composed of multiple layers of columnar cells. It is located in the male urethra and the ducts of some glands to facilitate the functions of secretion and protection. Transitional epithelium is a specialized tissue capable of transitioning cell shapes between squamous and cuboidal. It is located in the urinary bladder, ureters, and urethra to facilitate the functions of urinary organ expanding and stretching. Keratinized, stratified epithelium is primarily located in the epidermis of the skin. Its outermost layers are composed of dead cells filled with a water-resistant protein keratin, which provide a tough and protective barrier against physical abrasion, dehydration, and pathogen invasion. Epithelial tissues are typically separated from underlying tissues by an extracellular fibrous basement membrane. The basal surface of epithelial tissues rests on this membrane, and the apical surface faces body fluid or outside. Although epithelial tissues lack a direct blood supply, they obtain nutrients via diffusion from blood vessels in the underlying connective tissues. Glandular epithelium is specialized columnar or cuboidal tissue that forms the glands from the unfolding of epithelial cells that are specialized on secretion such as goblet cells. There are two major classifications of glands: endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Endocrine glands secrete their products such as hormones into the extracellular space, where they are rapidly taken up by the circulatory. Exocrine glands secrete their products such as tears, saliva, sweat, enzyme and digestive juices into ducts, and then deliver the products to the lumen of an organ or onto the free surface of the epithelium. The neighboring epithelial cells and extracellular matrix are interconnected by specialized junctions that are composed of protein complexes. The cell junctions mainly include tight junctions, adherens junctions, gap junctions, and desmosomes. Tight junctions form a seal between adjacent epithelial cells such as in intestine tissues, which prevents the passage of molecules and ions through the intercellular space, and maintains the selective permeability of epithelial layers. Adherens junctions connect the actin cytoskeletons of adjacent cells such as in skin tissues, which provides mechanical stability and supports the structural integrity of epithelial tissues. Gap junctions consist of channels that enable direct communication between the cytoplasm of adjacent cells, such as in heart tissues, which facilitates the passage of ions, metabolites, and small signaling molecules for coordinated cellular activities. Desmosomes are robust adhesive junctions that connect intermediate filaments of adjacent cells, such as in the skin and heart tissues, which provides resistance to mechanical stress and ensures tissue integrity. Epithelial tissues often have specialized structures on their surfaces to enhance their functions. For example, the small and finger-like microvilli on the apical surface of cells in the intestines can increase the surface area for absorption. The hair-like cilia in the respiratory tract and the female reproductive system can move fluid or mucus across the epithelial surface. In summary, epithelial tissues are essential components of the human body and have diverse structures that range from simple to stratified and specialized forms. These tissues serve as a protective barrier between the external environment and the human organs they cover to protect organs from microorganisms, injury, and fluid loss. Additionally, epithelial tissues are essential for nutrient absorption, substance secretion, filtration, and excretion, contributing significantly to the body's overall health and homeostasis. Thank you for your interest in High Body. Let's continue our journey of discovering the mysteries of the human body systems together. And stay tuned for more episodes from High Body.